we are going to have a presentation about the topic how the COVID-19 affects the economy in Malaysia. And my name is Chen Hanzheng, and my metric number is 201405.
Hello, my name is Dingjie. My metric number is 204662.
Okay, so COVID-19 broke in Malaysia in March, and as for today, there is 9,123 cases has been diagnosed, and 125 deaths have occurred. So, and Malaysia has launched many policies such as online office and control the flow of the personnel to curb the spread of the epidemic. So this really works, but at the same time, this have a huge impact on the real economy. And a few months of the shutdown has caused many small and medium-sized firms to face the closure. So next, we are going to discuss the impacts of the COVID-19 on Malaysia's real economy from the consumer and the manufacturer levels. So firstly, let's talk about the consumer level. So, and the next, we will take the demand for the transportation as an example to analyze the demand changes during the epidemic. So, let's introduce the concept of CPI. So, by comparing the CPI, we can know the price changes this year and the same period last year. And as we can see, the price of transport is greatly decreased. A great decrease and combine the quantity not relevant to transport and choose one good that the price is nearly unchanged. We can draw its price consumption curve for the transportation, and then we can derive its demand curve. So that is the price consumption curve, and then we derive its demand curve. So we can observe that the demand curve for transport is inelastic. From this example, we can conclude that the sales volume of many goods will change little, with the price change a lot during the epidemic. But what about the other goods that consumers need? In order to specifically analyze the changes in our consumption level, we can use household expenditure per capita from March and May 2020. From March to May 2020. So per capita consumption expenditure was 2,337, a year-on-year decrease of 8.2%. Here is the statistic. Therefore the impact. Therefore, we can have a conclusion. The impacts of the epidemic on consumers have resulted in the decrease of per capita consumption expenditure. People's obvious dissatisfaction with the current income, consumers' lack of confidence in the market, and lack of consumption motivation, and their consumption enthusiasm has been greatly reduced. So let my friend introduce the manufacturer level.
Supply cannot recover in short time. This is the per capita unemployment rate and the number of the unemployed in this purchasing power union survey in May. As is shown in the chart, according to the survey, the unemployment rate in Malaysia has reached to the highest level in 10 years. The number of unemployed reached 610,500 in March, up 71% from a year nearly. For enterprises, storage of goods is naturally the supplier whose production depends on works. But due to the COVID-19 outbreak in 2020, some companies around the world are on the brink of bank repeats supplier and enterprises in the periodical relation between supplier and enterprises in export business, but COVID-19 has led to the sharp rise in the unemployment. If suppliers become less productive, companies in short supply will suffer. Loss in buyers of suppliers. Companies and suppliers face this problem. That is one reason Malaysia has been under control since March with the outbreak. With the outbreak, Malaysia has been under operation control since March, and this is one of the reasons. During the period of operation control, most enterprises will not allow it to resume work, and for factories without works appeared to lose vitality, and reflecting the impact of COVID-19 on global market. With this suit, Malaysia has been in action for half a year, and unemployment has reached and decade here with the impact of COVID-19, nearly 10,000 people infected with COVID-19, and all consumers as well as business cannot afford to ignore with the impact. As time goes by, the situation of the COVID-19 will become controllable with the help of the government. Enterprises will gradually return to normal operation. I believe that everything will return to normal in the near future. Thank you.